Getting organized is essential, especially if you're like me and you don't have a lot of time to sew for fun. So any of that precious time that you do have, you don't want to spend searching for your sewing notions and your projects. So here is a handful of things that are going to help you get organized from the dollar store. I recommend that you find a couple of tubs and containers that are perfect for your sewing space. Try them out. See how they fit into your drawers. What I like about these little ones is that they hold all sorts of sewing notions that are small, and they kind of nest into one another if you have an extra one, but if you need them all, then they fit into your space. I like this one for wonder clips and needles and all kinds of those little tiny things. Now when it comes to containers that are outside of your drawers and on the countertop, there are always pretty little gift boxes at the dollar store. These hold all kinds of things depending on their size. You can put threads and needles and bobbins and maybe even have multiple ones right next to your sewing machine for the project you're working on. And then everybody will just think that you've got a little present next to your sewing machine. However, you're staying nice and organized. Now when it comes to organizing your projects, I really like these larger tubs. I keep them right on my countertop, and then if I need to, I can move them around, but they keep all the projects I'm working on nice and organized. Now in your school supply section, you'll find little organizers that have dividers, and these are ideal for threads and needles and if you have little tiny notions. And what's great is you can keep them right next to your sewing machine. I've also seen pill boxes that are really nice for storing your needles, if you're lucky enough to find those at the dollar store. And of course, zip top bags. Now I do prefer the ones that have the little slider zip top because they're really secure and you can shove all your threads and supplies inside there. But I would recommend that you get like smaller size and larger size so that you can organize not only your threads and get them nice and organized for individual projects, especially for machine embroidery, but you can also, in the larger bags, store an entire project. And then they can ultimately go in your project bin. And this way, everything that you need for that project is ready to go. If you're trying to clean your sewing machine or your embroidery hoops, try witch hazel and some cotton swabs. This, ironically, is going to be a fantastic revelation. You can get the gumminess off just by taking some of that witch hazel and putting it onto your Q-tips and cleaning your hoops and your gumminess of your sewing machine. Especially if you use a lot of adhesives, whether you're doing quilting or sewing, a lot of times we'll use glues and spray adhesives. So witch hazel is a fantastic little hidden gem at your dollar store that you can use to clean gumminess off of plastic and metal surfaces. Give it a try. Now head on over to the beauty section and you're going to grab yourself a pair of tweezers and a few different makeup brushes. Whether your bobbin case is on the top like mine is or on the front like many, you're going to get little bits of lint and thread stuck in your bobbin case. These tweezers are going to be fantastic for help pulling that out, and also those brushes are going to come right back in afterwards and do all the extra little bit of cleaning. You can also grab some paintbrushes at the dollar store, and those are going to also help keep your area nice and lint and dust free. And speaking of lint, you've got to grab yourself a couple of these little lint rollers. We call them the roly-poly in our household, and these little roly-polies are fantastic because you can remove lint off of your clothes, but when you're in the sewing space, you can remove threads off of your clothes and your chair and your countertop and maybe even your carpet. And then to wrap it all up, you're going to want to grab yourself one of these microfiber washcloths. They are wonderful for getting onto your sewing machine and really getting all that lint and dust off the top of it. And if you have an embroidery machine, there's even more pieces. So grab yourself at least a package of these, and they're going to make your sewing space lint-free. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this list of dollar store sewing hacks, and please do share some of your favorites in the comments below. And for more videos about organizing your sewing space, check out this playlist. And until I see you next time, I hope you have a creative day. Bye-bye.